Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out my broadcast today. My name is Jonathan, and today is day 282 of my 3-year challenge to lose 300 pounds. If this is your first time checking out my broadcast, a little bit about me. I'm 39 years old. I've been overweight my whole life, or as long as I can remember. Throughout my adult years, I've done multiple things to try to lose weight. And I've had success with losing the weight, but never had any success with sustaining the weight loss or keeping it off. And so, um, you know, at the end of 2020, I had gotten to a point where I needed to do something. I was 520 pounds, and um, so I decided to create this channel and put a challenge in front of myself, with the two big focuses being that I was going to stick to this for 3 years, that I was going to commit to focusing on my health and, weight loss for 3 years. And the other being that I wanted to lose a lot of weight and get down to a more healthy weight. And that's where the 300 pounds comes from, is to get down to under 220 pounds, which is a weight that I have not seen since I was probably under 16 years old. So it will be quite a feat when I get there. So far, I've had great success. I'm 9 months in. I started off the challenge with a 30-day water fast that, means that I only had water, and I did take some electrolyte supplements. When I got towards the end of the 30 days, I was feeling really good about it, so I pushed it a little bit, and I ended up doing a 1,000 hour, it's about 42-day water fast, and I lost 90 pounds during that time. After completing that, I switched to a whole food plant-based diet with no added salt, oil, or sugar. Going into this challenge, this was not a diet that I even knew existed, or if I did, it was not anything that I would have humored as a diet that I would be doing. During the fast, I got researching, and I found some information about a clinic in California called the True North Clinic, where they do medically supervised fasting. And the diet that they recommend to their patients is a whole food plant-based diet with no salt, oil, or sugar. So I figured if that's what they're recommending, that I should give it a shot and see how it does for me. So me and my wife Carrie have both been on this diet since the beginning of December of 2020, and we've both had great success. I have not been on a diet where I felt better than I feel now. Just about the things I'm eating, I feel great. And just in general, losing the weight has really helped improve my overall well-being. If anybody has any non-scale victories they'd like to share, I'd love to hear them. If any questions or anything like that, I'd love to hear that as well. And if you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you do hit that subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications so you'll get alerted when I go live. So I was on Friday. I had a crazy week. I was not live the whole end of July, and then I came back, and I tore my distal bicep tendon that Thursday, like July 22nd or around that time. And so last week I had surgery. I went and saw the doctor on Monday, and my microphone started running away from me there. Sorry. All right, let's start this over. So on Monday at 3:30, I met with the doctor, and we got a surgery scheduled for Wednesday morning. And so Wednesday I went in and had my distal bicep tendon replaced on my left arm. I'm in a I'm in a immobilizer on my left arm. It is locked in at 90 degrees. I'm able to move my fingers and do a little bit with my hand, which is great. So I'll be able to kind of keep some of that forearm mobility. But the big part of the rehab with this surgery is going to be getting my full range of motion back with the supination and pronation of my hand, which is the, let's see. So if it was, I am way off on this camera today here. Let me see. So anyways, the supination and pronation is just the ability to flip your hands up and down. And your bicep controls more of that than I realized. The surgery, I guess it kind of sits. So the bicep here connects to your forearm, and I separated it at the forearm there. And so they had to take the tendon from here, stretch it down, and they connected it to it's called the radius bone or one of the bones in my forearm. They have a procedure to medically attach that or reattach it. So the surgery happened on Wednesday. I've been pretty medicated since then, I guess. I mean, I've been out of it a bit. I've had a little bit to deal with work, trying not to do too much, just because I've been taking, I was prescribed oxycodone, I don't know how you say it, but, and I've just been taking the one of those pills every 4 hours. I've been pretty regimented that I've been taking them on the schedule, not really, nothing before or after. I haven't had a whole lot of pain. I think I talked about it on Friday. They had put a nerve block in after the surgery, and that was a weird feeling, having that, just no feeling in my arm for a couple days. But yeah, I mean, my arm's just stuck in the sling. I've taken it out a little bit to wash it, and then to kind of scratch, it gets a little itchy. So it's nice that I can take the brace off and kind of scratch my arm and kind of make sure that there's not too much going on there. Like I said, I'm able to clean it too, which is nice. It's something where it sucks to have this happen. I'm trying to figure out how to type. I might be able to get some book work done with it. If I get myself positioned in my desk at the right angle, I think I can handle it for a certain amount of time. We'll see how much endurance I have when it comes to that. I suppose with having my arm laid up, you would think that it would keep me from being active, and I suppose it did keep me from doing some stuff, but I ended up walking a 5K this weekend, and I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up on my system here or not, because the last time I tried to, it didn't work very well. So let me see if I can pull up my Garmin app on here if it comes up. So not now. I don't know. So let me see if it shows the workout from yesterday or from the other day. Let me see if it shows. There we go. So yes, so on Saturday, my wife had signed us up for a 5K color run, I guess is what they call it. But it was a thing where they give you like a white t-shirt and you walk the course, or the 5K course they have. And every so often they had people with big powdered chalk containers that they would throw at you, or they would kind of dump on you, depending on how you wanted to do it. In one of the locations, there was so much of the powdered chalk on the ground that people were just rolling on the ground and getting it all over them. But it was not what I planned on doing. Saturday morning was not doing a 5K, but I ended up going with Carrie to kind of drop everybody off and to see how things were going to go. Cause we had, it was me and Carrie and then our 4 kids. Our oldest boy is 9 and our twins are 4. And so, she had signed them up to do the 5K. We were going to have the twins with us, but we didn't know how they would handle walking. And so we didn't, I was kind of there to kind of grab the kids and go if we needed to at any point. And it ended up not being really an issue because we started the walk. One of our daughters right away did complain that her legs were tired within the first 100 yards of the walk, but she made it. It was really a good experience for me to do it. It was just a leisurely walk. Really nice to see the range of people that had signed up to do it. I mean, there was hundreds of people there, and it ended up being, I wonder if it shows here, the elevation there. Yeah. So, the way it worked out is that we all got together. We had another family friend and her son that was with us, and we started walking. We were towards the end of the group, but not at the very end while we were walking. We were less than a half mile into the walk, and my one daughter said she had to go to the bathroom. And so I was like, okay, well, we got to find a bathroom for her. There was a firehouse just a few blocks up the road. The town's fire hall or firehouse was just a few blocks up the road. So I figured we'd go to the firehouse. We'd walk in and Carrie's saying hi. Hi, Carrie. And we go to the bathroom and be on our way. We get to the fire hall and it was closed, or the public entrance was locked. So we weren't able to go there, but luckily the house across the street from there was an older couple sitting outside watching everybody as they walked by, getting chalk thrown on them. And I asked them if my daughter could use the bathroom. They said that would be great. Or that would be okay. And I said, great. So, my daughter used the restroom, and kind of in the time that happened, the end of the race kind of caught up to us. And so we came out of this couple's house, and there was an ambulance that was kind of at the back of the race, just kind of making sure that everybody was protected from vehicles coming and things like that. So we kind of had to hustle and jog to get in front of the ambulance. And then it kind of, it ended up landing us at the end of the whole group. And so, there was a family that had a stroller and a younger kid outside. There was a kid in the stroller, a younger kid outside the stroller, and then a mom and dad that were kind of, towards the end. And then there was a lady that was, a bigger lady. She was walking. She was definitely the slowest walker. I wouldn't have any idea even to guess how much she weighed, but her BMI was probably close to what mine has been, or is now. I mean, not that I'm at a low BMI now, but she was walking and she was at the end of the pack, and I had my daughter who wasn't going very fast anyways. And so I kind of decided to just kind of walk with the lady and see, she signed up to do a 5K walk in our river town, that the elevation, I don't know how well you can see it but there was lots of hills. It's not a flat walk. It's not walking a track. And so I just kind of asked her where she was from, and she was about a half hour away, and what kind of got her to be doing this walk of all walks, of any place. And so what ended up happening was she signed up with the walk with one of her friends, and that friend ended up having to get called into work because they were short an employee. And right now, if a lot of places are short employees. And so she ended up being at the walk by herself. And so I decided to kind of walk with her, and just kind of caught up with her, kind of talked to her about her dad and kind of the training she had done and different things. And eventually we did catch up to Carrie and my other daughter, who were playing at one of the chalk stations up the road. So they weren't that far ahead of us. And we caught up with them, and kind of we walked with this lady. We ended up catching up with another lady that about 2.5 miles in, she was struggling again. I talked to her a little bit, and it was something where she also, she had trained, she had walked 2.5 miles, I think is what she said, training to lead up to this. And it was all flat, like at a park around a track. And so she did not expect to run into the hills that we ran into, and she completed the walk, and it was great. It was really cool seeing these people, complete this walk that, and I kind of felt similar when I was doing the sprint triathlon a few weeks ago, like it was, it's just about completing it. It's not about being the fastest or anything like that. And it was really cool to see these people put this challenge in front of them and take it on and make it through, but so that ended up being my Saturday morning. We took an hour and I don't know how long it was, an hour and 20 minutes to do a 5K walk. And I did it with a brace on my arm. I didn't really have any discomfort from it, other than that my arm is stuck at 90 degrees. But so I still found an opportunity to get a workout in. It was not planned. Our twin daughters did great. They walked the whole distance. They were tired by the end. I think we all napped by the end of it. But yeah, so that was my Saturday. And the other thing, I guess, big this weekend that we did was yesterday. We needed to go shopping. We went up to Costco and picked up some things. Our dehydrated mango, which is probably caused me to gain 100 pounds this week, but it is amazing. But we decided yesterday to check out a restaurant near our area that Carrie's done a lot of looking into it. It's called like Healthy Harvest Urban Farms or something like that is the name of it. And the big things is that they have a restaurant inside their market that everything that is in their restaurant is vegan. And so we decided to take our kids there to eat because even though their menu is vegan, a lot of the stuff that they have, me and Carrie can't eat. And we knew that going in, that we weren't really going to be able to eat anything there. But we wanted to check out their grocery store because, like I said, Carrie had been looking into some of the stuff that they sell. And we wanted to take our kids out to eat and have, Carrie didn't have to cook dinner on Sunday kind of thing. And also expose our kids to some vegan foods to maybe see if there's things that they did like or didn't like. And then we can kind of decide to, what to feed them based off of that. So it was a great experience to go down to this market. They have a nice kitchen. I believe they said that on their menu they have over 100 items that are vegan options. A lot of those 100 I think are like pizzas and calzone combinations, but they had really lots of anything that you would see at like a restaurant bar kind of place. They had those options, but they were vegan. I mean, we ended up ordering our kids a macaroni and cheese option that he ended up using like a smoked kind of cheddar or, that flavor. Because he said a lot of the cheese options they had were with a queso that was spicy. So we didn't want to get our kids stuff that was too spicy because they don't necessarily like that. So we got a macaroni and cheese that we let the kids split. And then we ended up getting, I think they called it a ridiculous burger is what their name of it was, or something like that, or ludicrous burger or something. But it had a bunch of pickles on it, and then there's their fake hamburger meat. Our one daughter really liked that sandwich. And then we also ordered like a barbecue pulled pork sandwich. I mean, it was probably barbecued jackfruit. That went over really well. They really liked the barbecue jackfruit. They ended up mixing that in with the macaroni and cheese. I think they enjoyed that as well. And I feel like there was something else that we got them as well, but it was, I know, the 2 sandwiches, the mac and cheese, and maybe a couple sides of fries or something like that. But like I said, it was cool that we have a restaurant in our area that is vegan focused, and that and even talking to the guys there, what was nice for me is that they didn't have options that weren't vegan, because we've tried to go to restaurants in our area that are more health food kind of places where they have rice bowls and they have salad kind of options. And it ends up that we end up giving in and letting our kids have cheddar cheese on it or getting the chicken in it because they have it, and we're spending the money and we want our kids to eat. Like that's the tough part about, all of this is we're experimenting with this. So we know that we're going to be spending money on food that's not going to be eaten. But we have to do that so that we know the things that they will eat and the things that they won't eat. It's just kind of part of the growing process with it. But again, like I said, it was nice to just be able to go. It took a little while to figure out the menu, what to order. When we go back there, we'll have a better idea of things to get or things not to get. Maybe let the kids try the spicy queso on something, see if they like it, yeah, it was just cool that they had so many options. And there's, like I said, there's nowhere else around here that really does that either. In fact, that was, our kids really got spoiled this weekend, now that I think about it, because we ended up ordering them a vegan pizza from a different restaurant that my one brother has been vegan longer than me and Carrie have been doing whole food plant-based. And he recommended a pizza place that does a vegan pizza. And our kids ended up having vegan pizza Friday or Saturday night. I can't remember which night. It might have been Friday after I left. Yeah, it was Friday after the stream I did. Carrie picked me up and we picked up the pizza on the way home. So they've been kind of spoiled, but we've been trying to find more options for vegan food for them in the area. And also I like promoting these businesses, helping them out, because you know, it takes space and money to keep these products on hand. And so, it goes to waste if we're not buying it. Right. Um, but yeah, that was kind of the weekend. I did that walk Saturday, just kind of hung out Sunday. I did a little bit of grass cutting the best I could, but the medicine's really been kind of hits me in waves. I from 3:30 to 3:40, I was asleep at my desk here. I fell asleep just doing stuff prior to the stream for about 10 minutes. And so I can't really get a whole lot done with the medicine. I'm probably only going to take it for a few more days, or I don't know how much more of it I have. They didn't give me a ton of pills, but it definitely knocks me out. So the diet's been going good. Carrie, we had miso soup for dinner last night. I had 3 bowls of it. It was so good. I definitely am not going to have lost weight this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up being live Wednesday to go live on Weigh-In Wednesday or not, but I am probably not going to have lost weight. It's impossible with everything that has happened. I mean, everything leading up to my weigh-in last Monday was kind of a perfect storm of being just finishing up from the week-long camping trip that I was on, and all the stress of that, not eating a whole lot, and then that being like my first day back. I've definitely picked up the appetite and been getting my fill of food since the surgery. So, I mean, it's not going to be crazy, but I doubt that I'm still under 310 pounds or 311 pounds at this point. Yeah, I don't really have much else today to go over. I appreciate you guys checking out these videos. I've had a lot more viewers recently, which is great. And if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me at any point, whether I'm live or not. You can ask the questions and I'll try to answer them, and or I'll answer them on the next time I go live. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow or Wednesday. It's something where I'm not driving myself anywhere, and so I'm kind of at the mercy of Carrie and the rest of our schedules to get things done. So I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow or not. I do have to come into work to do some things, so I might go live, but it might not be at 4. But I'm gonna keeping you guys posted. Like I said, things are going well with the diet. We're dead. I'm dead set on what I'm doing with it. I don't see anything changing that anytime soon. Yeah. So I will be back live at some point. If you guys haven't started a diet, you need to get started right now. There's no reason to wait. There's no event coming up that's worth waiting for. And if you're waiting for it this year, or you're going to let that event get in the way in the future, you need to make changes now to get your health under control. I mean, this experience with my arm, I mean, if I was at 520 pounds dealing with the same problems, I mean, there would have been a number of complications, even going into the surgery, dealing with my CPAP and my weight and everything, that, I'm just fortunate that I'm on where I'm at when this happened. But like I said, there's no reason to wait. Get started now. If you're on a diet and you're struggling, you just got to keep going, keep pushing forward. You know, you got to get there. And you know, if you know, you got to find what's sustainable too, you know, and that's tough. And that's really where I found this whole food plant-based diet has been amazing for me, is that I feel it is incredibly sustainable. I continue to eat an incredible volume of food and still lose weight. So, um, I'm gonna get out of here. I've been rambling now for a while. I'm hoping Carrie is outside waiting to pick me up so I can go home and sleep. So, you guys all have a good evening. I will talk to you soon.